we're going to focus for a moment on having, doing, and being enough. Practicing a meditation on enoughness. Let yourself get settled in a comfortable position. You may do this practice lying down or in a seated position. Bring your attention to this moment by focusing on the breath, not trying to change or control it, but just noticing the body breathing. Now bring to mind a change in your mind or body that has forced you to alter your daily routines. Maybe there's been an accident or a sudden medical crisis. Maybe there's been a gradual onset of unexplained symptoms that have been interfering with your ability to meet your work or household responsibilities. Both the abrupt change and the gradual decline may come with confusion. Questions like, what is going on with me? And how do I fix it? While trying to fix it, you are likely to experience frustration. Frustration with treatment providers who give incomplete answers. Frustration with people at work and at home who may expect you to keep performing at the level you were at before the onset of your condition. And frustration with yourself for being unable to do so. Breathe out, perhaps letting go a little bit of the tension that you noticed in your body as you focused on your frustrating circumstances. Confusion and frustration may give way to fear and anger when a condition persists. Fear that you may never return to your prior level of functioning, and anger over the injustice of this condition or the inadequacy of the treatment providers who have failed to return you to your prior condition. You may experience guilt over not doing your share of the work in one setting or another. You may also experience shame, feeling humiliated by this drop in your ability to function as you did before, and thinking everyone knows it. The guilt and shame may alternate with envy and anger as you see others out doing the things that you are now unable to do. Be careful. That anger may prevent you from appreciating when loved ones do step up and make sure that things don't fall apart around. Breathe out and consider what it is that you are afraid of losing. Does this condition you have mean that you may be financially unable to hold on to all your stuff? Will you have to let go of possessions? Are you being forced to tear down a lifestyle you have built up over the years? This may be so, and it can be painful. But maybe you can challenge the thought that you need all your things. Was there a time that you didn't have all these things? Were you still able to experience pleasure? Are there things now that you can keep, like one piece from a treasured collection? Maybe this piece of the collection, or a favorite picture of the thing you are clinging to, can be enough. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, imagine yourself doing some specific activity you did before your mind or body changed. Picturing yourself doing the activity may bring a sense of longing to return and a wave of sadness. Not being able to do this activity like before is hard to handle. Comparing yourself to this prior version of yourself, or comparing yourself to others who can do the activity, may reinforce negative judgments about yourself at this time. Consider, though, whether you may still be able to do some form of this activity. For example, if there is a place where you used to walk independently, might someone still help you to visit this location? Can you still appreciate the view? While you can't do what you did as you did it before, and you may never be able to do what you did as you did before, this doesn't mean that you can't do anything. The key now is to have an expanded definition of doing. You can do enough. Continue to breathe slowly while we consider this business of doing. Specifically, consider this suggestion that your value as a person doesn't necessarily amount to what you can do. Maybe before your injury or illness, you were a spouse, a parent, a friend. Maybe you were a well-educated person, or a person who cared about the community. Are you not still those things? Those things that have been at the core of you. Would the people who love you most say that since you have been injured or ill, you no longer matter? Your own inner critic may give you the message that now you matter less, or that you still need to be fixed. You can push back against that message by bringing to mind the fact that others' love for you has not changed. Remind yourself repeatedly that no matter what has happened to your mind or body, you have, you do, and you are enough.